Hi, I'm Tom Eggett from Tom Eggett Photography. Last year I did a video explaining you the nature of light, what we call soft and hard or harsh light, and the differences. We even did an experiment here in the studio, so if you haven't watched that video, I invite you to click on the link right now. Many of you have asked me to explain the differences between softboxes and umbrellas, when you should use one over the other, which one I actually recommend you buy if you decided to do flash photography. So I'm going to try to cover all this very quickly, as well as answering one of the questions, which was how to achieve a dark background when you don't have much space, a small room, which is quite similar to the situation we're in right now. So first, what I'm going to do is we have Megan with us. Hey Megan, you say hi? It's already written anyway. So we've got two flashes, one in a softbox here and one in the umbrella there. I've already set them up, and so we're going to achieve exactly the same exposure in terms of correct exposure, that is, on Megan's face. I'm going to trigger them using a trigger from Yongnuo here, and I'll talk to you more about this. I've bought it several weeks ago and I totally love it, and it deserves a video just for itself. So yeah, don't worry about the settings. I'm shooting at f9. I'm 200 of a second being the sync speed. So if you don't know what a sync speed is, same, just go click on the link that you see right now and I'll explain you everything about it. So the first shot that I'm going to do is I'm going to use the umbrella. So yes, Megan, you turned that way, perfect. And if you can just lower your shoulder, the one closer to me, and bring the rear one higher, and that's good. And beautiful smile as usual. Okay, so what you guys see on the screen right now, oh, very loud flash. What you see on your screen is a nice, well-exposed photograph. There's nothing very creative about it. It's only one light modifier. But look at the background. You know that my background here in reality is white. Bear in mind that I haven't retouched this image at all. There's just a custom white balance, but I haven't touched the exposure. And so the background now is slight gray, a little bit bluish, but that's due to the color balance. But it's not pure white. And the reason is because Megan is a bit away from, and the flash as well is away from the background, and so that's why we don't get much light on it, but we still do, and it's kind of an even light all over the background. There's no much gradation there, so it's quite nice even light. Even on Megan's face you can see the nice gradation between the lights and the shadows, so nice soft light. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off this flash and I'm going to enable this flash here in the softbox, and I'm using my trigger to do that. So I'm turning off this flash and I'm going to the other one and I'm turning on. Okay, now it's done. So Megan, if you can just face the light like that and just look at me, and it's basically the same shot again. So shoulder lower, perfect, and nice smile as usual. Okay, so now it's going to show up on my screen, but on yours you already see it. And exposure-wise, it's the same. And in fact, I'm going to put the two of them next side by side, so now you see them. But look at the background. The background on this one is dark gray. There's a nice gradation in the background, but it's much darker than the initial one. But exposure-wise, it's the same. Look at Megan's face, it's exactly the same exposure. We've got the same shadows on her face. Okay, Megan on one side, she's posing on the right, then she's posing on the left. But look, I'm flipping the picture now, and you can see she's looking in the same direction. So identical picture, more or less, but the background is significantly different. And to me, this really reveals the difference between a softbox and a umbrella. You see, umbrella is great. This one is a big one, and I really like it, but it's big, it gives me a nice soft light, but because it's big and because of the nature of an umbrella, it's going to spill your light all over the room, especially when you shoot in a room like this, that it's not big. It's not like those professional studio that you see in many YouTube videos where they can afford to just put the light 25 meters away from their subject. This is not the case here. I'm in the attic and everything, the ceiling, the walls, everything is white, so it's bouncing the light a bit more. So using an umbrella here basically just spills the light all over the room, and it's not that great. Oh, I mean, if you like the result, fair enough, but you don't have much control over the light. Whereas, for example, when you use a soft light coming from a softbox, because of the nature of a softbox, you have different shape for softbox. You have some square one. Here has happened to be what we call a strip, because it's kind of a rectangular shape. But you also have octagons and different type of shapes, and bigger size and smaller size. But the same thing, it's a big one because you need a nice soft light. But what's really important about this softbox is the edge. Look at the edge. It's as deep pretty much as my hand, which means that the light doesn't spill that much comparing to the umbrella. And that's the reason why when I actually direct the light using a softbox, I have much more control over it, and I can make sure there is very, very little light from the flash that is going onto my wall. The reason why the wall is actually not black in the picture that I shot is probably because the light is actually bouncing off the white surface of the umbrella here, white surface of the wall, and spills a little bit, but it has nothing to do with the direction of light. The direction of light, it's really much narrower using and more controllable when you use a softbox than an umbrella. So which one do I use? Well, I have both, as you see. So if I'm doing a wedding and I'm doing a group shot, I'm going to go with the umbrella because I need to cover as much surface as I need for a group shot, and I could actually have a couple of umbrellas like this. When I'm doing studio work or even any type of work with flash and portraits, I will always personally go with softboxes because I can control the light much better, especially once you start adding more than one light. To me, that's critical. If you add more than one light, there's no way you can do great work or creative work and playing with the shadows and so on using an umbrella. So that's just my personal opinion, but I hope you find this informative. Let me know in the comment which one you would go for. Tell me if you have a softbox or an umbrella, which one you prefer. And until next time, this is Tommy saying, if you like it, well, capture it. Ciao.